my name is Jillian Tashir. I'm the Logistic Manager here at Harris County ESD 11 Mobile Healthcare. We are in this building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, making sure that these ambulances are fully stocked, ready to take care of you and the community. Let me show you around.
We're not your typical ambulance agency. Like logistically wise, we do things completely different. We want our paramedics to focus on patient care and not worried about stocking an ambulance, cleaning an ambulance. Leave that up to a different team to do that so they can focus just on the patient care side of things. When they walk in, they'll look on the board and see what truck they're assigned for today. So this board kind of explained to them, so this is the oncoming crews here. It tells you who the crew members are, if that shift is full for the day, and then the start time for the shift. So we go in and we assign the ambulance, and normally you'll come back in and start your process. So the in-charge paramedic will stop at this window. They will get narcotics from the deployment supervisor. Once they collect narcotics, the attendant will go to the following window, and then they'll have a sign-out sheet for all the items that's being signed out to them. So for example, their computer for the day, radio for the day, batteries for the day, whatever they need to function for the day. And that's part of the logistics responsibility, right? Is to make sure your computer is charged, your radio is charged, your Zoll battery is charged, your Lucas battery is charged. So everything we give you is ready to go. You don't have to do anything with the truck. That's what the logistic team is for. We clean your truck for you, we restock it for you, so your truck is ready to go. All you got to do is just put the stuff on, and then you go in service and you run calls. So then once you get on the ambulance, you put in your batteries into your monitor, and you get the equipment that needs the battery, you get those staged, right? Because once you go in service and you leave here, you're ready to get on the road, and whatever happens, you're ready to handle it. Once a crew comes back, normally they'll pull up. One of the crew members would usually get out. They'll get out with their narcotics, which is the in-charge would typically have the narcotic because they have possession of it. And then the bin that we check out to them, one of them will bring it in, whether it's the in-charge paramedic or the attendant. The second person, they're going to pull into the wash bay. And once they pull into the wash bay, they just pull in, turn off the truck, they empty their trash, take off their personal items, they park the truck, they turn it off, and they leave it, and we take it from there. We wash the truck, we dry the truck, and then we drive it over into the deployment center, and then we start the process of getting it prepped for the next team. Normal EMS agencies don't have a logistics department the size of ours. We do a lot more here for our team than most EMS agencies do. We bring the truck in here, we log into our software program to start checking off our ambulances. So we go through each part of the ambulance, check in to make sure everything that's supposed to be on the ambulance is there, and it's there in the correct amount. So I have to make things as easy to understand as possible. That way we could take out the human error out of it. So once they approach the truck, they go in by sections, and they count to account for everything that's supposed to be in that particular area. If something is missing, they'll go in and they'll put, hey, we're missing a flashlight, we're missing goggles, we're missing whatever it is. They show that it's missing, and as they go through OpIQ, it also tells you where that's missing. Then once you get in the back of the ambulance, that's also in different compartments as well. So once you're back there and you start going through your OpIQ checklist and you show stuff missing, it's going to identify where stuff is missing, which makes it easier for you too, because when you come to go restock, it'll tell you exactly where that missing item goes. So for example, if we carry 3 or 4 things in 3 or 4 different spots in the ambulance, you're not wondering, hey, where was it missing? It already tells you that in your check sheet as far as like where this particular item goes. One of the things we also do different here at ESD 11 is we have what you call the bin system. So we try to get away from normal EMS services. You have a lot of things that's individualized on your ambulance. So we try to get away from that and set stuff up in a bin format. What that means is our bins are patient care driven. So your main call types that you have for the day, like your cardiac arrest, your respiratory calls, your trauma calls, those are all bin specific. So if you're the medic on the truck and you're running a trauma call or a cardiac arrest call, everything you need for that particular patient is in a bin system. So that also helps you, right? Because you have days where you're super busy. You may have days where you have stuff going on and you're a little tired. It might be 3 o'clock in the morning and you're just not functioning as you would at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that bin system also help you trigger, hey, did I think about this as a paramedic? Did I remember to think about this? So the items in the bins may actually help you trigger your patient care as well based on the situation that's going on. So we see that as super helpful. And it also help us too. So when we're restocking a truck, it helps too. Instead of putting, hey, I gotta put 5 Band-Aids on here, everything may be like in a bin. So I just grab a bin. If a bin is open, I just replace it with a bin instead of counting all the individual items in that particular cabinet, which is super time consuming. And the whole thought behind this process also is to limit the amount of out of service time, right? So when a crew, for example, if a truck has a bad call and they need to come back and get restocked because they've opened several of their bins on the truck, our RFID system would let us know before they even get back, like what bins they need. But it'll also tell us ahead of time what bins is used so we could have all that stuff ready, right? So it's almost like a pit stop. They pull up, my team gets to work, they have all the bins ready that the RFID system is telling them we need, and they just stock those on the truck. So just imagine if you had to go through each cabinet of the truck and count and see, oh, how many did I use of that? How many did I use of that? Think how much downtime that truck will be out of service just doing that. Whereas we can get the truck restocked and out of here in like a matter of no time. Sometimes we don't even have an out of service time because we do it so fast that they pull up, my team jumps on there, like moves stuff really fast around, and then it's just completely done and they're ready to go back in service in a matter of minutes, whereas it would take hours. So these tags are RFID tags. So once this bin is open, we advise the crew to cut through these RFID tags, which drops it off our RFID system, and then it pops up on our logistics status board letting us know that, hey, this particular bin is used. It's pretty neat because it's an alerting system that another thing that the crew does not have to do, right? Because, hey, how cool is it to be like, oh, Medic 440 just opened their behavioral bin and they need the behavioral bin open before the crew doesn't have to pick up the phone and call us. They don't have to send an email. They don't have to send a message. They don't have to do anything. All they ask them to do, open it up, cut the bin, cut the RFID tag, and right away we know this particular medic unit need this particular bin. If for some reason they run out of something in the field that they need urgently, then we also have a van that goes around and restock, the ambulances. That's another cool thing about our department too, is like you may be inside with a patient waiting to transfer care, waiting to give a report, waiting to get triage, and you come outside and your truck's restocked because the van showed up, get on your ambulance and put all the stuff that's missing on your truck back, and you come out and your truck is done and restocked. I mean, how amazing is that? I wish I had that when I was on the truck, to come out, especially when you have that bad call. Now you have to sit and make a list of all the stuff you used. You got to call somebody, say, hey, we need you to bring us this stuff. Here, it's all like just easy for you. The RFID system will let you know, it will account for all the capital assets that's supposed to be on your truck. And when I say capital asset, we're talking about the big things, right? So like your monitor, your stretcher, your Lucas device, your ventilator, they all have RFID tags. So if you look at, so this is an example of what one of the asset RFID tags look like. So once the truck is running for a little bit, the RFID will try to read all these asset tags and all these numbers, and it will tell you if all your equipment is accounted for. So this help, right, in cases like, hey, if you forget something on scene or you forget something at the hospital, this system will tell you, hey, your stretcher is missing or your monitor is missing or you left something behind. So that also helped the turn-in process of the truck, like getting it back in service as well, right? So instead of you walking around and say, oh yeah, there's a stretcher, oh yeah, there's a stair chair, there's a Lucas, you just look at your, which we use Operative IQ also for our RFID system. So you just turn on your computer, you log into it, you pull up the truck number that you're looking for, and right then and there, it tells you if your assets are accounted for. And this is an example of what the antennas look like that read these RFID tags, right? So this is one of our antennas here. We also have another one over here. We have one in this compartment and we have one on the outside of the ambulance. So we have a total of 4 on each ambulance. So that's what helps read all our capital assets.
The ones in here also help read our bin system with the RFID tags.
Good? Hey bro, open your eyes, open your eyes, bro.
It truly helps you to just focus on patient care. It's truly take all the logistics part of it out of it for you and just have you as a paramedic just concentrate on the one thing that you're hired to do, and is to take good care of your patients. And that's what we as a logistic team here try to accomplish.